Aries. There's someone in your field who's in a lot of pain. And they don't know how to process it, or they're just refusing to. Either way, this person is in a really negative space, and it's coming across as defensive and dismissive. This is someone, maybe a group of people or an entity, but I'll just say someone. This is someone who you're relatively close to. And so them being in pain causes you to be in pain. And it's almost this chain reaction where you want to help them, you want to fix them, you want to change them, because as soon as they feel better, you can feel better again too. But Spirit is saying it will never work that way. If you want to help, truly, the most powerful thing you can do, the most impactful thing that you can do, is to be a lighthouse. Be a living, breathing example of what you want for them, right? In my mind's eye, every time I see you approaching them, the closer you get to them, the more they turn away. But the more space you give them, the more they turn around and they start watching you. When you give them space to just be the way they are, which is in pain, but when you give them that space to just be, they don't feel so much pressure, and therefore they can open up and they can watch you just living your best life. And that will be more inspiring to them than anything you could say, right? Your embodiment is the magic. And that leads me to the oracle cards that have come forward for you. You've got magic, air, stormy, and at the bottom of the deck is soulmate. So this is about a relationship, a very intimate or close relationship in your life. It absolutely does not have to be romantic at all. Can be, take it as it resonates. But it's a very close relationship, and this relationship is currently acting as a mirror for you to gauge your own embodiment and to connect more deeply with your own power and magic. Your magic, and I read this magic card as you being that lighthouse. You're just living your best life. Regardless of what anybody else is doing, you're choosing to live your best life right now. You're choosing to be in your power right now, to focus on yourself, right? So when you are that lighthouse, showing the way, not just telling the way, but showing the way, that embodiment speaks volumes. There really is something here that wants to be communicated from you to them, but whatever that is, it can only be accessed through pure, grounded, empowered embodiment, right? When you're desperate to try and change them as quickly as possible or make them heal, it's just, it will never work. It will never work. If you want them to choose happiness and healing, you must choose happiness and healing for yourself now, right? Right? I think that makes sense. So your embodiment speaks volumes, and your aura, your energy, when you are in your power, not needy, not desperate, just yourself, right? Your aura and your energy radiates truth that will cut through this stormy weather. It will cut through I'm hearing their complex emotions that they feel fundamentally misunderstood. They feel misunderstood. It's It's almost like they think that they're complicated and nobody could possibly understand them, or like nobody, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about them because this is about you, right? Whatever it is, when you stop trying to change or heal them, in that moment is when you actually do. Because the truth of your embodiment cuts through their internal storm. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, let's go into tarot here. I'm using Tarot of the Abyss. I feel really like this message wants to be relatively concise. But let's see if anything else wants to come up here. Any other messages for Aries? Oh, 555 on the timer. Wow. In choosing yourself, in choosing to prioritize yourself and feel better now before they do, you're energetically cutting the cords. I'm not, there's no, if you feel like you have to end the relationship, then do that. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying energetically cut the cords. When you do that, it's going to disrupt their thought patterns because they're not expecting it. They're not expecting it. They're used to people putting pressure on them to change. So when you stop doing that, like really and truly, it's almost like, wait, where'd they go? Where did Aries go? And it like jostles them out of their thought patterns. What else do you want to say to Aries? Thank you. 8 of Cups. Oh yeah. You are so done. Like, even though there's probably some part of you that is in resistance to this, some part of you that might be like, no, I don't know what, I need to stay close to them. I need to keep on trying to fix them. I need to be, it's like enmeshment almost. I think most of you is on board with this message, which is why you're a match to hearing it. Most of you is like, yeah, I know, it's time to walk away. Emotionally, energetically walk away. Maybe for some of you physically walk away, but at least emotionally and energetically, you're done. You're done. It's like, yep, see how she's turning the cup upside down and letting the water or whatever fall out of it. Whatever you were offering them, you see now, this isn't working. This isn't working. So I'm just going to walk away. Energetically and emotionally. And that is absolutely what you should do. If your intuition has been kind of telling you that on some level, this is your confirmation. This is your confirmation. Because all relationships are mirrors, right? I mean, even just the soulmate card, the heart is mirrored. So the real focus here for you is on how you are reacting to them. Notice how you react to them being in pain. Notice how it triggers you. Why? Right? Use this mirror to your advantage. What else do you want to say? Okay, we'll take both. Knight of Swords and Death. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got some Scorpio energy present here. Yeah. Aries, you are ready to transform yourself. And the second that you do, your whole world will transform with you, including this person. There's no way that if you choose yourself and you energetically cut the cords and you become the lighthouse, You practice what you preach, all the things. There's no way that that level of transformation is not going to have massive ripple effects. There is a death here that wants to happen. I mean, with the Eight of Cups and the Death card, it's like end. Endings. Walk away. It's over. An ending of an emotional attachment or an emotional enmeshment of some kind. It's over because you see the truth for what it is. Let's get a little bit more advice. Highest and best advice for Aries at this time, please, Spirit. Six of Pentacles. Oh. Yeah. You can't help people unless you help yourself first. And the analogy that's coming to me is what they always say on airplanes, right? If the plane's going down, put your own mask on first. Put your own mask on first before helping anybody else. Focus on your own abundance. Focus on your own energy, your own health and well-being. And from that space, you can authentically give, not out of desperation. It's not like, oh my gosh, I need you to feel better so that I can feel better. Please. No, it's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm living my best life. And from there, you can truly authentically help because there's no pressure behind it. You can give. There's real potential here for this relationship to develop into something that is more symbiotic, I feel. Take it as it resonates. But you're really going to set the tone here. You're going to set the tone. Justice at the bottom of the deck. You set the tone by... What am I hearing here? Being true to yourself. You don't need anybody else to feel good now so that you can feel good. You don't. I mean, that's a limiting belief, right? I'm seeing you as the scales. You are showing up to me as the scales of justice themselves. Yes, the external symbiosis in relationships, it can only be a mirror of internal symbiosis. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get a journal prompt for you. The question is arising within me. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid will happen if you energetically and emotionally cut the cords with this person? If there's any resistance there, fear and attachment there, go into that. Explore that and engage with that part of you that's like, ew, clinging with white knuckles. Because cords only exist if we allow them to, right? And that means on some level we want them. Journal prompt for Aries, please, Spirit. Okay, number 2. If what is happening is in fact the best thing that could possibly happen to you, why would that be? Yeah, that's perfect. That's beautiful. It's because the universe is giving you an opportunity through them to connect even more deeply to your own power and magic. That's why this is the best thing that could possibly be happening. Because it's revealing within you these little nooks and crannies where you're still giving your power away, right? But answer that question for yourself, okay? All right, let's get a closing message from a compendium of Witches Oracle. Closing message for Aries, please, Spirit. I think, it's making me remember there was a reading I did for you several months ago, and I think it was called You Are the Antidote. This is not the first time this message has come forward for you. Yeah. Being the change you wish to see. Closing message for Aries, please, Spirit. The Alchemist. Ooh, number 14. Let's see what the guidebook says here. Okay. Alchemy, inner mechanisms, elements, and interconnection. The first light of dawn shines on her desk. Mortars, alembics, measuring tools, and parchments lie scattered in front of her in a beautiful chaos that speaks of a quest for harmony. The alchemist represents our research into inner workings, the desire for a thorough understanding of the mechanisms that lie underneath. The clear awareness that nothing exists in isolation prompts her to focus on interconnections. As above, so below. The alchemist searches for the macrocosm in the microcosm. Beautiful. Beautiful, yes. If you want a reality that is healthy, symbiotic, powerful, magnetic, abundant, it starts within, doesn't it? Just imagine for a moment these two different realities. I'm seeing like a two of swords, right? You can go one way or the other. It's like you're at this crossroads moment, kind of. And you can see these two roads that are splitting off in front of you. On one hand, you could keep going the way you have been. You could keep trying to enforce or just force change that is driven by your own pain and fear. Or you can choose to feel good now. You can choose to live your best life now, right? And allow life to rearrange around you as a result of that, right? So you have these two paths that you could take. You can just imagine what the ripple effects will be in either direction. If you keep trying to force change out of your own pain and fear, just imagine what kind of ramifications that will create or repercussions that will create. Imagine the ripple effects that will have. And to the other side, if you choose to be empowered and happy and abundant now and focus on yourself now, just imagine what kind of ripple effects that will have. It's two totally different worlds, and you're standing at the crossroads. Spirit is revealing this kind of choice point that you're at. And whoever this person is, on the surface, it may seem like they're kind of, I don't want to say a lost cause, but they're in struggle city, right? But on an energetic level, they are really serving your highest good. All right, Aries, I hope that this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. I will be putting this journal prompt in the description box along with several others, so be sure to check those out if you want to take your inner work a little bit deeper. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.